I cannot put no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and
all right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here we go! Man 38!
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective, after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky yardage pick.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now a toss play. It's a Ajayi. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They come out here in the eye, and they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. And now out come the Giants. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jordan Hicks in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's where you belong.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll set up a throw. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gardner. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They're going to look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return is Henderson. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
Black. That's it.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series, but the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, stat. Grade 15. Grade 15. 57. Mike, 57. Gold. That's it.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw now on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. On the return is Henderson. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now a play fake. Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. Oh, the return is Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll drop the throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now back to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ohio.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he's got this down to the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. On the return is Henderson. Oh, he shifts past him. Oh, now he bowls him over. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Wentz to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They run for it with Ajayi. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jordan Hicks in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Good chip. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wentz going to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They give it to him running left. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll try to run with a Giant. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Elliott now to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! He's checking. Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 37 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's the backup Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And Ingram hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone. You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the sparkling display of footwork. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you? Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short. Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. They're going to look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jordan Hicks. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 77 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
82.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Go. 180. Hey, stack.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
81. 82, 82. What's on?
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.